They walk into a room and instantly know who to target. Not random chance. Not luck. Pure, calculated precision. Narcissists operate like psychological hunters, with a system so refined it would terrify you. While you see social interaction, they see a hunting ground. They possess an uncanny ability that most people refuse to believe exists. They can identify your deepest vulnerabilities within minutes of meeting you. Your kindness, your ambition, your authenticity, the very qualities that make you admirable become weapons in their arsenal. They don't target the weak, they target the valuable. Because destruction of the ordinary brings no satisfaction, but breaking something beautiful, something pure, something strong. That feeds their twisted soul in ways most minds cannot comprehend. There are 3 specific traits they scan for, like radar. If you're finding value in this, hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. The first trait narcissists hunt for is your greatest strength turned weapon against you. Your empathy. That beautiful ability to feel what others feel. To them, high empathy signals one thing: unlimited emotional supply. They see your compassion as an endless well they can drain without consequence. When they test boundaries, you don't just tolerate their behavior, you excuse it, you rationalize it, you find reasons to justify their cruelty. They hurt you, and your first instinct is to understand why they're in pain. This is the empath's curse. Your greatest gift becomes your greatest vulnerability. They learn quickly that with you, abuse comes with built-in forgiveness. Your compassion becomes their permission slip to escalate the exploitation. Every time you choose understanding over anger, you signal that you're available for more. They don't want your empathy, they want to consume it until nothing remains. But understanding this predatory pattern is the first step to protecting yourself. Building on what we covered, there's a second trait that makes you irresistible to narcissistic predators: your success, your ambition, your relentless drive to achieve excellence. To you, these qualities represent purpose and meaning. To them, you're a golden ticket. Narcissists are parasites. They don't create value, they extract it. Your achievements become their achievements. Your reputation becomes their stepping stone. They scan for 3 specific markers of success: financial stability, social influence, professional recognition. Your corner office becomes their validation. Your network becomes their opportunity. Here's the trap. Your excellence blinds you to their mediocrity. You're used to working with competent people. You assume everyone operates with your integrity. They exploit this assumption. While you're building, they're positioning themselves to benefit. Your work ethic becomes their alibi. Your achievements become their resume. You built the empire. They just claimed the throne. But there's a third trait that makes you even more vulnerable. One that cuts deeper than success or empathy. The third trait they hunt for is perhaps the most beautiful and most dangerous: your authenticity. You see the world through the lens of your own genuine heart. You assume others share your honesty, your transparency, your good intentions. This beautiful assumption becomes your greatest weakness. Because while you operate with an open book, they study every page. Your transparency isn't just refreshing to them, it's a roadmap. Every truth you share becomes a tool they can use against you. You tell them about your fears, your dreams, your past wounds. And they file away every piece of information for future use. Your authentic nature makes it nearly impossible to recognize their deception. You can't imagine someone would wear a mask so convincingly. Because you would never do such a thing, you assume they wouldn't either. Now comes the hunt's most dangerous phase. The silent screening process. Building on what we covered, they've identified your traits. But identification is only the beginning. What follows is a systematic testing of your boundaries, all disguised as innocent conversation. They begin with seemingly harmless questions. How do you usually handle difficult people? This isn't curiosity, it's intelligence gathering. They're mapping your conflict resolution style. Next comes boundary testing through small favors. Could you help me with this tiny thing? Your response reveals everything. Do you comply immediately? Do you ask questions? Do you say no? They're also listening for what you don't say. The pauses. The hesitations. The over-explanations. Warning sign 1. They ask about your past relationships. Specifically, how they ended. They're not seeking understanding. They're identifying patterns of how you handle betrayal and disappointment. Warning sign 2. They test your reaction to their subtle criticism of others. Do you defend the absent person, join in the criticism, or remain uncomfortably silent? Warning sign 3. They share a vulnerable story early. This isn't intimacy, it's bait. They're measuring your capacity for emotional investment. How quickly do you offer comfort and support? By the end of this screening, they have a complete psychological profile. And you never saw it coming. Now you see the hunt for what it truly is. Your empathy is not weakness, it becomes your radar. When someone mirrors you too perfectly, you now feel the artificial echo. Your achievements remain yours. But you no longer broadcast your victories to strangers. You celebrate privately first. Share selectively second. Your authenticity becomes calculated authenticity. Real, but measured. Open, but observant. You no longer explain your boundaries. You simply enforce them. The predator approaches. But the energy has shifted. They sense resistance where once there was openness. Their tactics feel obvious now, transparent, almost pathetic. You have not become cold. You have become wise. The hunt continues. But you are no longer prey. If this opened your eyes, smash that like button, and subscribe for more.